Thanks for tuning in to Red Belt Radio. The following episode is scheduled for one fall. I'm Jason, and this show is dedicated to World Wonder Ring Stardom. Today I'm covering the opening night of Stardom's 5-Star Grand Prix 2024, which took place in Yokohama on August 10th, 2024. In particular, I'm going to discuss my honorable mentions for the show as a whole, what I thought was the best match of the night, the biggest surprise of the night, and the top stories to follow as the tournament forges ahead. The following will contain spoilers for the 5-Star Grand Prix opening night, so if you are hoping to watch the show before seeing any match results, please do so. There were several tournament matches that needed to take place, and I would say that with just a few exceptions, the match quality overall was really solid. It seems that the Red Stars blocks have taken an early lead when it comes to crowd-pleasing contests and moments of in-ring magic. But the Blue Stars A block had a couple of good battles, and the Blue Stars B block was kept afloat by Suzuki vs. Hanan, and a ring entrance that eclipsed all others across the entire night. Let's zoom in a bit. If you find these transmissions valuable, please give this a like, subscribe to the channel, or leave a comment to let me know what you think. My honorable mention for night 1 of the 5-Star goes to the presence of both Tomoka Inaba and Manami in this tournament. It's clear already that they are going to add so much to their respective blocks, and I absolutely can't wait to see more of their matches. Tomoka Inaba from Red Stars B impressed the hell out of me. I don't think I've seen her in a singles match against someone with the agility stats of Seira before, and I really hope that this time limit draw serves as the precursor to a high-speed title match between the two. Tomoka is just about complete as a wrestler, and the depth of her killer in-ring game is substantial. She kept pace with May during the early blitz sequences, delivered malicious strikes, worked submissions, and sold the moments of struggle effectively. Tomoka has an incredible offensive arsenal which really sank in when, at the end of the match, while desperate to try and beat the clock, she decided to simply delete Seira with a Michinoku driver, albeit about 10 seconds too late. But meanwhile, in Red Stars A, Manami has a decent chance of being one of the most exciting competitors within her group of 7. She has an energized personality and fighting spirit that is easy to root for, and she went back and forth with Hazuki in a desperate fight. It was a difficult first opponent to keep up with, but Manami did so. I don't exactly have a dishonorable mention, but depending on how Xena is handled through the rest of the GP, I might be developing one. I thought Miyu Amasaki versus Xena left out too many moments to be enjoyable. I was really hoping for Miyu to attempt more of her offense against Xena, and also, yes, to have to either endure or avoid more of those thunderous slaps. I feel like the match made Xena look a bit too weak, and not only did she get quickly rolled up, but it looked like Miyu may have even kicked out of Xena's finisher. I'm hoping I just saw that wrong, but if I didn't, it all makes me wonder if Xena might be leaving Stardom by the end of the Grand Prix. It's possible she will be lacking in strong showings for that reason, but hopefully not. The best match of the night after a first viewing was the Red Stars B block match of Azumi versus Momo Watanabe. These two have quite a history and have faced each other in tournaments repeatedly, and yet somehow they continuously find a way to turn up the dial to grow more creative, more surprising. The more these two fighters clash over time, the more intricate their reversals and counterattacks become. They play with the expectations of the audience in such a skillful way, and the dynamic of the swift but small, loyal and heroic Azumi versus the brutal and punishing, dishonest, larger Momo works every time without becoming a cliche. A tremendous recipe for a match already. And that's before we even think about the jaw-dropping caution to the wind Canadian destroyer spots and other crazy stunts pulled throughout this thrilling grudge match. Crazy. I found myself most surprised by the number of changes made to wrestler theme songs and ring attire. While I didn't find all of the song changes to be strict upgrades, I did like many of the new looks. And of course, there was one wrestler we were pretty sure would be showcasing never before experienced audio and visual elements. The Phoenix Queen, Saya Kamitani. This was one of the best Stardom ring entrances in quite some time, and it accomplished nearly all of the things I had mentioned when I spoke about Kamitani's ring gear in Red Belt Radio's 36th transmission. This new persona of hers clearly possesses the elements of symbolism, star power, tragedy, and artistry that I was hoping for. I have faith that this blossoming style of dark storytelling will continue to improve, largely due to Saya's inspired eye for detail. As far as her match goes, the use of multiple chairs and antics and an intervening referee at times made things a little unfocused. But I give Saya and Risa Seira credit for swiftly finding a way to salvage a partially botched finish. Moving forward, there are a number of stories that I'm hoping to keep an eye on. Near the top of my list are the upcoming challenges to Mei Seira's high-speed title that could be coming from Red Stars B, the question of how much underdogs like Tomoka Inaba, Manami, Rana Yagami, and Anna Jay can actually achieve in this tournament, the discovery of whether or not the various gimmicks being attempted by Hate will sink or swim, and lastly, the unresolved issue regarding who might be able to stand up to titans like Mayu Iwatani in Red Stars B and Shuri in Blue Stars A, as both of these wrestlers appear to be at the top of their game. What are your honorable mentions, top matches, biggest surprises, and most interesting stories from the 5 Stars opening night? Which blocks and which wrestlers are you watching most closely? I hope you're strapped in, because the 5-star GP is showing no signs of slowing down. If you found this transmission valuable, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, or leave a comment to let me know what you think. Thanks for listening to Red Belt Radio.